Hey guys, Thunder E here, and we are taking our first hands-on look at Windows 10 technical preview for Windows Phone. Like I mentioned earlier, it's available on the Lumia 630, 635, 36, 38, 730, and the 830. I have the AT&T version of the 830 here, and we are taking a look at a Windows 10 technical preview. So let's start off from the lock screen. Lock screen is still the same. Of course, if you have the new lock screen apps, you can use that. And we go to our start screen here. Our start screen is a little different. You can see it's much better transparent tile, so you can see Colossus there, right there on the screen for you. And it's much easier to navigate. Now, when we pull down the notification bar, you can see the notification bar has some changes. So now you can now go in line by line and take out, remove notifications. You don't have to actually take the whole thing away. So I can do that and take that line away, so on and so forth. Altogether. Of course, I can clear all if you choose. Now, at the very top of your notification center, you have your, of course, quick task icons, which you can expand and show all the quick task icons there. So you do have, of course, your screen brightness, airplane mode, availability for Wi-Fi, internet sharing, and then you can go into the settings themselves. This is where you find a lot of things in the settings. I'm actually in one section of the settings here, so I'm actually going to go back to the home main page of the settings. This is your full settings here. This is what it looks like. A little bit more organized, less the distraction we had before. You can see we have system, devices, network, wireless, personalization, accounts, time, language, ease of access, privacy, update recovery, and extras. So starting off with system, you can go through. We have display, notification and actions, Cortana, speech, storage sense, drive mode, maps, find, phone, office, photos, wallet, about us. So all the different things you saw, some of these things have changed in terms of look. I'm actually going to drop down my exposure here just a little so you guys can take a better look. So you can see there, you can see how it looks for brightness. You can set it auto and off. If you go back, same thing with notifications. You can select your different notifications. Now, some of these menus are the same, some are different. Some of them have been updated. This is kind of what you find in Windows 8.1. And then Cortana and speech. This is also, you can customize Cortana there. And then we've got speech, which just shows us some of the speech settings that we use on Windows Phone. And then we can go here to storage sense. That looks like the old storage sense. We've got drive mode. Same looks like the same thing. Maps, which allows you to download offline maps and things like that. We've got find my phone, of course, which allows you to find your device if missing. Office, of course, doing some office setup here. Photos and camera, OneDrive, location storage, camera, is it Lumia camera, Nokia camera. You can change those, of course. Your wallet, set that up. About, of course, device gives you the information on this device itself. Tells you what version of software it's running. USB, ask for USB and notify me when I'm connected to slow charger, and then device description, encryption. So that's what you find in system. This is network and wireless, which I just kind of jumped into. You've got data sense, sharing, airplane mode, cellular and SIM tells you what you're using here in terms of your cellular service. You can do internet sharing, of course, as you know quite well. And of course your Wi-Fi setup for your device. Those things still look similar. Device and Bluetooth keyboard. So you have NFC, of course, Bluetooth keyboard here. You can add keyboards, but just keyboard languages. So there's nothing special in terms of adding, say, a Swift key or something like that in the future. That's not there yet. We've got personalization and backgrounds, where of course we can personalize our backgrounds by choosing the background image, removing that, and showing more tiles, of course, or less tiles if we choose. We've got sounds, ringtones, vibrate, play for sound. Still very basic looking in terms of menu. This happens sometimes. It tends to kick back out from the main menu. Now, if we go to multitask there, you can of course swipe up and down. You can X things out if if you choose. So I'm just going to go back to the settings here and see what I have. So that's my lock screen. Again, like I mentioned, it is a preview beta, so you do have some of those things that do happen in terms of options. So we're in accounts, where you can put your account, email, sync setting, workplace, kids corner, basic stuff there. Time and language and region, that's also very basic. You do have ease of access, privacy, and then Windows Update, where of course you update your phone. And then we can also back up our device if we choose to. So those settings still look similar. It's just been cleaned up. Now your extras, all the extras that your manufacturers would put, these are all Nokia extras in there. So the options are really tiny to access, but still leads you back to the same mode. So if this was a Samsung device, whatever Samsung extras would be in there, in terms of hardware extras or some of the software features mixed with hardware, will go in here. So that's what you have in the settings menu. It looks pretty nice. They still need to clean up a few things so that the UI looks seamless and tied together, but I do like the step forward there. Now, a couple of other things to note here. So besides the notification tray, if you go into, say, text messages, you can see we have, of course, drafts. I'm going to go into a draft that I had. And I want to show you the keyboard. So the keyboard has a new change to it. So you see that like almost ThinkPad center button there, kind of thing. What that allows you to do is, say you wanted to move across the screen, you can move. I don't know if you guys can see that clearly. I'm actually going to drop this again so you can see this just a little better. All right, so you see my cursor right there. I want to move that down to where it says keyboard. So I can basically go to the center of the pad, drop that down, and I'm down. I can go up, I can go left, I can go right with it. So this is almost like a directional pad right here on your keypad. So that's a nice new feature. Of course, you got voice prompts that come up, and that's always, I think that's tied to Cortana. But again, it's just immediately type in as I'm talking, which is nice. We'll see how that works in testing it. So far, it looks like it's doing a pretty decent. No, not really. It's failing right there. But anyway, so that's the change you see on the keyboard here, in terms of what you see with the new keyboard messaging. Now, if we go into the phone, some things have changed. You can see your history's changed on the top. You've got speed dial also on the top. And also your dialer has changed too. You can see it's just much smaller, more spread out. So and of course, if I were to dial a number here like this, you can see Skype is also available for your calls right there. So if this contact had a Skype number, definitely you could actually call them or switch to a Skype call, which is nice. So that's a change. Now the gallery is also changed in there. One thing to mention, you cannot use the new Lumia camera just because the AT&T version doesn't have that specific denim update yet. But we can go into the gallery and show you. The gallery is similar to what you have in Windows 10. So you do have collections, albums, folders. Those are not available. Albums and folders are not available yet. But you can go into the gallery settings and change a few things like your view and editing, photo tiles, show recent photos. That's pretty much the only option I have, sources and things like that. So another thing to note is that you can also have certain live tiles to actually have the same size as Windows live tiles on PC. So Cortana, I can see, is a Windows 10 app. So I can customize it to almost 4 different sizes. Actually, let me head back here again. I can customize it to 4 different sizes, and I can make it small, super large, medium, there. So actually 5 in total, but you have that ability in there. And if we go into our start, our app screen, or start, you have, of course, your list of apps, and also recently installed apps actually shows you what's recently been installed on your system there. So that is a nice note. We've been using it for just a couple of hours here, and we like what we see. There's still a lot of things that need to be done to it in terms of functionality and also just aesthetics. But overall, I'm liking what I see with Windows 10 technical preview for phones. In terms of camera, we cannot use the Lumia camera, as I mentioned. because of course we're not running the specific denim update in here, so we have to use the regular camera app or the Nokia camera app. Any one of those apps will work at the time being for it. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any questions or any comments, let us know. This is Windows 10 technical preview for Windows Phone on the Lumia 830. We'll keep you updated with more updates on there, any major changes on this device. Some of you are probably wondering about things like the marketplace hasn't changed in look or feel. Still looks the same. Nothing is new here in that regard altogether. Or here drive, same thing with those. So most of the applications haven't actually changed in look or feel, just some of the things around. So we'll see how well this handles and this works altogether, but we like some of the things that Microsoft has done. So if you guys have any questions or any comments, let us know. Otherwise, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and favorite this video so we can make more videos for you. Do subscribe to the channel and always enjoy your entertainment.